Sunlight paints the fairy glen in shifting patterns of light and shadow, revealing a realm of vibrant life. Upon a throne of woven flowers sits the fairy queen, her face radiant, her presence a beacon of serene kindness. The air vibrates with peace and idyllic beauty, a sanctuary untouched by the world's troubles. Sunlight filters through the canopy as the fairy queen strolls, blissfully ignorant of the lurking darkness. Two monstrous brutes emerge, their faces twisted into masks of savage intent. The ambush is swift and brutal, the fairy queen caught completely off guard. The monstrous figures seize the fairy queen, their grip tightening. A chilling scream pierces the tranquil forest, shattering its peaceful facade. Screams echo through the once peaceful forest, a haunting testament to the sudden violence. In a forest clearing, the fairy queen is bound to a crude wooden cross, her eyes wide with palpable fear. Brutes secure her, their dark shadows looming as they begin constructing a pyre at her feet. The air thickens with menace, the impending doom casting a heavy pall over the clearing. Deep in the entangled woods, a baby fairy watches, unseen, her eyes wide with dawning terror. Her mother is seized, a brutal act shattering the tranquility of their hidden world. In her tiny face, horror mixes with helpless confusion and innocence lost in a moment. Silent tears begin to flow, each drop reflecting the raw pain of witnessing such violence. The tears stream down her face, marking the beginning of a journey marked by loss and fear. Each tear is a testament to her struggle to understand a world now stained by brutality. Overcome by fear, the baby fairy spirals into the dense woods, her tiny form a beacon against the shadows. Her wings beat frantically, each flutter a desperate plea against the encroaching darkness of the woods. Sunlight filters weakly through the canopy as the baby fairy plunges deeper, a fragile light in the gloom. She twists and turns through the trees, a miniature tempest of despair and hope battling against the odds. A German shepherd puppy, clad in warrior attire of leaves and vines, sits poised. With furrowed brow, the puppy meticulously carves a wooden idol. Concentration etched on his face, he exudes an air of focused nobility. The forest watches, silent witness to the puppy's earnest craft. In the forest clearing, a baby fairy descends, tears streaming down her face, her distress a palpable wave in the sunlit air. She gestures urgently, conveying her mother's desperate plight with frantic movements and tearful eyes. A playful puppy cocks his head, listening intently, his initial curiosity giving way to focused concentration. Understanding dawns in the puppy's eyes, replaced by unwavering determination to aid the tiny, desperate fairy. In a sun-drenched forest clearing, a valiant puppy pauses, his playful carving momentarily forgotten. With boundless energy, the furry hero springs into action, his eyes gleaming with determination. In a forest clearing, savages gather, a pyre built high. The queen stands bound at its base, a grim fate imminent. A sudden bark pierces the air, breaking the tense silence. He confronts the brutes, his barks challenging their cruelty and sparking a glimmer of hope. The puppy's courage hangs in the balance, a small hero against the backdrop of savage intent. Sunlight dapples the forest clearing as a small puppy fearlessly charges towards imposing brutes. The tiny canine launches himself, a whirlwind of fur and determination against overwhelming odds. He nips at their heels, a David against Goliaths, his barks echoing through the trees. Despite his size, the puppy's spirit remains unbroken, a beacon of courage in the clearing. In the forest clearing, merciless brutes dominate, their actions brutal and swift. A small protector is kicked aside with savage force, sent hurtling through the air. The protector crashes heavily to the earth, the impact echoing through the clearing. Battered and broken, the protector lies unconscious, a silent testament to the brute's cruelty. In the forest clearing, flames begin to creep, hungrily licking at the dry wood. The baby fairy watches, her eyes wide with terror as her mother faces her doom. Tiny hands clasped together, a silent plea rising from the depths of her innocent heart. Tears stream down her face, each drop a testament to her anguish and desperate hope. Sunlight struggles to pierce the dense canopy, casting dappled shadows across the forest floor. Suddenly, a blinding ray of light erupts from above, cutting through the darkness. The clearing is bathed in a radiant, golden glow, an otherworldly illumination. Ordinary trees transform into glowing silhouettes, their leaves shimmering like gold. The forest floor sparkles with divine light, every pebble and leaf catching the celestial gleam. Sunlight streams through the forest canopy, casting dappled shadows on the serene forest clearing below. A divine figure descends slowly from the heavens, bathed in ethereal light, radiating peace. His presence commands attention, a beacon of hope against the encroaching darkness. Serene and majestic, he embodies tranquility, his very being exuding power. The forest holds its breath, as if nature itself bows before the holy figure's arrival. Sunlight filters through the trees, illuminating a peaceful forest clearing. The holy figure kneels gently beside a small, injured puppy. His face reflects pure compassion as he reaches out to the trembling creature. With gentle hands, he begins to carefully assess the puppy's wounds. The puppy whimpers softly, its eyes filled with fear and pain. The holy figure whispers soothing words, offering comfort and reassurance. Sunlight filters through the leaves, illuminating a forest clearing where a holy figure stands, hands outstretched. Golden energy flows from their fingertips, a gentle stream of light focused on the small warrior's wounds. Nearby, a puppy stirs, his eyes fluttering open with newfound strength, reflecting the golden light. Sunlight paints the forest clearing in gentle strokes, casting a divine glow upon the scene. His face radiates serenity, each line etched with a story of peace and acceptance. Dappled light dances in his eyes, reflecting the tranquility of the ancient woods. A profound sense of calm pervades the clearing, as if the very air is holding its breath in reverence. In a forest clearing bathed in sunlight, the fairy queen remains bound, a figure of ethereal beauty amidst harsh constraints. A gesture of immense power stills the air, divine energy palpable as it surges forth. Flames dance and then die, snuffed out by an unseen force, leaving a trail of dissipating smoke. The ropes that held her captive loosen and fall away, symbols of torment undone by celestial intervention. Freed from her bonds, the fairy queen's eyes flutter open, reflecting a mixture of relief and awe. She stands unbound and radiant, ready to reclaim her dominion over the enchanted realm. In the forest clearing, the fairy queen is free, her eyes sparkling with renewed hope and freedom. She rushes towards her daughter, a beacon of light against the backdrop of the ancient trees. Mother and daughter embrace in a tearful reunion, their faces radiant with pure, unadulterated joy. Their happiness washes over the forest, transforming the scene into one of serene beauty and peace. Sunlight dapples through leaves onto a forest clearing, where a holy figure radiates gentle serenity. His smile embodies hope, a beacon of salvation in the tranquil forest setting. The air is still filled with a sense of peace and restored innocence. Sunlight dapples through the leaves, casting a celestial glow upon a serene forest clearing. The fairy queen lovingly embraces her child, their bond a tangible force in the tranquil air. A shared tender moment underscores the deep connection between mother and child. Their gazes turn in unison towards the holy figure, reverence shining brightly in their eyes. Gratitude illuminates their faces as they acknowledge the sacred presence before them. Sunlight pierces the forest canopy, illuminating a clearing filled with dancing dust motes and renewed hope. A palpable sense of hope permeates the scene, reflecting in the faces of the family and their protector. The clearing breathes anew, vibrant with life and the promise of a brighter future for those gathered within. The Fairy Queen steps into the fairy glen, her daughter and puppy warrior by her side, a beacon of hope against the fading shadows. A joyous wave of relief washes over the Fairy Queen's subjects as they surge forward, their faces radiant with elation. Light floods back into the glen, chasing away the darkness, as if answering the Fairy Queen's arrival. The puppy warrior barks happily, joining in the celebration, his tail wagging furiously as he experiences true peace. The camera lifts, tracing the holy figure's ethereal climb back toward the celestial expanse. A silent farewell echoes through the fairy glen as the divine presence ascends. Sunlight filters through the canopy, illuminating the sacred space left behind. The forest, now safe, breathes a collective sigh of relief, its ancient trees standing as silent witnesses. A legacy of courage and unwavering faith lingers in the air, a testament to divine intervention. Peace descends upon the fairy glen, a promise of enduring protection and serenity.